Good morning, welcome back to another video. This one we're starting off by decking the chassis to get sandblasted. As I said in the previous one, I'm only going to sandblast the interior and the engine bay, so it shouldn't take long, but it will save me a lot of time when it comes to prepping those places for paint. So let's get it done quickly and then go clean it out, and maybe we will be able to lay a layer of epoxy primer today. So yeah, let's hope for that, because that would be nice for the paint to dry for the whole weekend. Bam! Got a mattress. Now we can chill. Oh yeah, that's the life. No z przodu. Quick update, the last thing you saw was on Saturday. Today is Friday and I barely did anything on the car because for the last 5-6 days I've been shitting my brains out. I think I caught some virus and I wasn't able to do any work on the car, honestly. What I did yesterday was put the seat in, put the shifter in, put the steering column in the steering wheel, and... Can this actually work? Figured out where I want the hydro to be. Then I drilled the holes for the hydro, mounted it properly, tried it, it fits nicely. And today I cut up the dash so it fits with the roll cage. I had to do it before painting because if I did it after paint, I would just scratch up the cage, and we don't want to do that on a freshly painted interior. Right now I finished blowing out the whole interior, vacuumed all the rest of sand and welds out of the car. Now I'm just gonna wipe it down and we will be ready to put the epoxy primer on the car. Alright, so, holy shit. My hair is glued together. Fuck. Okay, so I just finished painting the car in epoxy primer. It's bad. I'm high on fumes. My eyes are fucking burning. It is how it is. I honestly don't care anymore. I guess I'll show you the car tomorrow when I come back here. Fucking hell. It's 2 AM by the way. More energy, more passion. Alright, so this week's video is kind of short because I didn't really get to do much on the car. Also, a lot of stuff got delayed, like the front subframe and some suspension parts I sent out to get zinc plated, and it should have been ready on Wednesday. It's Sunday and they still didn't call. The gearbox adapter is delayed. It should be ready in 2 weeks now. So a lot of stuff is getting delayed, but at least I managed to get the car in epoxy primer, so it now during the weekend, even though it's around 0 degrees right now, but still it gets to cure nicely. So on Monday I can sand down what needs to be sanded down and put the designated final color on the car, the final paint. So yeah, the next couple of things that need to be done, or as I said, the paint, then putting the engine back together, so putting the camshafts and the cam cover back on the engine, which I've been procrastinating completely because of how difficult and annoying it is to clean the head and the cover from the Volvo sealant. It's just a pain in the ass, so I've been procrastinating it for as long as possible. But it finally needs to be done. Once the car is finally painted, I mean the interior and the engine bay, and once the subframe comes back from zinc plating, I can paint it as well and start finally putting the car back together. Once the adapter plate for the gearbox is ready, I can put the gearbox on the engine, put the drivetrain in the car and make some gearbox mounts and measure the drive shaft. Maybe test fit the stock drive shaft, see if it fits, because the Volvo and the BMW gearboxes have the same mounting point at the exit. I'll just have to measure and see if any of the stock Volvo drive shafts will fit here, because that would save me a lot of time basically than making a custom one. And in the future, if I ever twist or rip a drive shaft, I can just buy another stock Volvo one and it will be done. Or I can have a spare one with me always. Oh yeah, but I didn't even show you how the paint came out because I was so tired. The engine bay, honestly, not bad. There are a lot of spots like this where you can see a little piece of, I don't know what it is, but they are on top of the paint. Or maybe they are under the paint, but just slightly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what those are, but they come off pretty easily. So I will be able to, as you see, it all comes off really easy. So I'm just gonna take a rag, go through every part that was painted, clean it up, and then just lay the final paint, and it will be done, yeah. As I said, the engine bay is not bad. Actually turned out nicely. The interior is worse when it comes to the dirt or whatever it is. Comes off pretty easily. So I don't know actually what this is. If it's dust or if it's just paint that dried out in the air or whatever. I don't know. I barely managed to paint everything because I had 2 liters of epoxy primer and 2 liters of hardener. So I had basically 4 liters of ready paint and it barely was enough. Like literally the bottom of the cage was painted with the last drops of paint. So yeah. But I think I managed to get into all the tight spots. As for the first time I was painting anything, I would say it's not bad. So yeah, that will be it for today's video. I'm filming it right now, right before uploading it, because I forgot to film an outro. Hopefully the next few weeks are a bit warmer, because working on the car at 0 degrees is not a nice job. But we are getting to the exciting point. Once everything is painted, we're gonna get to the point of putting the whole car back together, and that's gonna get really exciting. The progress will be way more visible. I'm stoked for that part of the whole build the most. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I didn't really show you much, but it's a video nonetheless. I just try to stay consistent, even though I didn't get to do much work on the car. I just tried to put a video out anyway. Hopefully you stick around to the more exciting parts of the build, and I hope you have a great day. See you in the next one. Bye.